Welcome to Animation Hustle, where you can get your daily dose of animation inspiration. Like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the description for links. This Cartoon Network executive gave the most pointless note, and the show creator responded in the most hilarious way. So back in the day, Billy and Mandy was one of my favorite cartoons. It was hilarious, but also had this dark vibe to it. Now, despite being the show with literal death as the main character, one executive had an unexpected problem with the character design. As she looked at this, the one thing that stood out to her was Billy's nose. For some reason, she didn't like how big it was. So the creator of the show, Maxwell, had to draw Billy almost 20 different times with 20 different nose sizes. And then they got a bunch of kids together for a focus group, and the kids got to pick what nose they liked the best. And of course, all the kids chose the original nose size. Even still, the executive demanded they make Billy's nose 2 sizes smaller than what the kids chose. So the creator got a little petty. To spite the executive, Adams actually made the nose 1 size bigger than the original. Apparently, this Disney animator upset his director by doing something unheard of, making a cartoon that was too cartoony. This animator's sassy response to a director's note was hilarious and low-key legendary. So let's go back. Old school Disney animators were the best of the best. Walt was like Nick Fury and assembled a team of rockstar animators. If you saw these dudes, you knew they were about to drop a banger. From Snow White to Pinocchio, Cinderella, and Jungle Book, these animators are a big part of why classic Disney movies are so good. So this guy is Ward Kimble. He was kind of the funny character specialist and was super creative. He was known for having tons of new crazy ideas, but one time he went too far. Do you remember this song from the Three Caballeros? So Kimble wanted to spice up the animation by having the characters break the laws of reality. They disappeared, teleported across screen, cartoon stuff. But the director didn't like it. He wanted the scene changed because it wasn't logical. Ward's response was great.
The director saw the pencil test as, you can't do that, you have to make sense. And I said, look, who cares? That gives it its flavor, its craziness.
The cartooniness added to the fun of the scene, so they kept it in and the song became iconic. But the story gets even crazier from there. Years later, Chris Sanders, the director of Lilo & Stitch, said that specific scene is what inspired him to want to be an animator.
Watching The Wonderful World of Disney, I'm pretty sure, and they showed the Three Caballeros. There was one sequence from that movie, and that was the sequence, the moment that I really decided I want to try to do this. And that's just a little bit that Ward Kimble did. And it's the song, the Three Caballeros song. And it was so fun. It was just, and it took advantage of animation, like all the strengths of animation, things come and go, and it's quick and it's ingenious, and I was absolutely thrilled. I still remember how I felt when that finished. My heart was beating fast.
Crazy. That's just one cool story to remind you to not be afraid to stand up for yourself and your artistic vision. Some people would have just accepted the director's note, but Ward Kimble believed in what he was doing. If he hadn't have boldly defended his work, we wouldn't have had his iconic scene, but maybe also wouldn't have had classic movies like Lilo & Stitch, How to Train Your Dragons, and The Croods. This DreamWorks animator totally roasted the company. It's hilarious, but low-key, she kinda has a point. This is Cathy Aluri, a successful art director and production designer in animation. When DreamWorks first started, she was one of the first employees, but something happened in the early days of the company that always bothered her. Do you notice anything weird about this? It's the logo. Turns out, when she first saw it, she hated it.
When the studio was formed, they called me in because I'm a color expert, and they said, what do you think? And I said, that is, in my opinion, one of the ugliest logos ever designed. To me, just that logo says you're going to be making kids' films. I would recommend all blue or all white. I said, no, this is exactly what Steven Spielberg wants. So, my apologies for the logo. I had nothing to do with it. I tried.
Hakuna Matata? I don't know how you can make a song out of that.
Okay, we got to write a new song, and Roger came into the meeting, and they said, what's this song going to be about? And Roger and I said, we want to make the song about eating bugs. And they said, that's a terrible idea. We then had a big meeting, and Roger came in and said, there's this great expression that we picked up when we went to Africa. It's Hakuna Matata. And I remember Tim Rice said, Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Hakuna Matata? I don't know how you can make a song out of that.
But then by the end of the meeting, he actually started to really like it. I remember, and he said, this could be like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. So he wrote this song, Hakuna Matata, and then we got the demo back from Elton. So we got the cassette tape, and we listened to it, and there was this, endless verses getting into the song. It was really not a great intro. And so we were sort of trying to figure out what to do, and Roger and I sort of hit on the idea that maybe we would start with them reciting dialogue. Timon would say, Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata ain't no passing craze. It means no worries. We came up with that idea, and we pitched it to the guy who was the music supervisor, Chris Montan. And after we were done, he said, you can't start a song on the chorus. And I said, well, the Beatles did it. Can't buy me love. And he went, oh, okay.
If you want to see more animation inspiration, check out these videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.